you ever taken a beautiful panoramic photo but struggled to turn it into a wall art? A single giant canvas feels overwhelming, and manually cutting it into panels is confusing and time-consuming. That's exactly what we're going to fix today. I'll show you two workflows in Photoshop. First, the manual way to split a panoramic image into 3 equal panels for Triptych art, and then an automated one-click process to batch split multiple artworks. By the end, you'll be able to turn any panoramic into professional 3-panel canvas art without the headache.
First, go to File and click on New File. So the individual panel that we want to create will be of the aspect ratio 2:3, and the dimension would be 24 inches and 36 inches. 24 inches wide and 36 inches height. So if one panel is 24 into 36, if we combine all the 3 panels together, the size would be 24 into multiplied by 3. 24 multiplied by 3 gives us the width as 72 inches. So we'll put in 72 inches here, and the height will be 36 inches. And this will be in landscape. For the resolution, let us put 150. 150 is good enough for printing because 36 into 72 is a big dimension. You can try standard DPI as well, but in my experience, 150 is enough or good enough. Click on Create. So this creates an artwork as big. Next, we'll go to View and then click on Guides and then New Guide Layout. If you click on New Guide, we'll get an option to put in one guide, but we want to divide this panoramic image into 3 equal parts. So we'll click on New Guide Layout. Now over here, the preset will set as custom. We have different preset, but yeah, fixed. Let us fix to custom. You can change the color. The columns, let us put as 3 columns, and rows, let us uncheck that. We do not want any margins, so uncheck this and then click on OK. You can also click on clear existing guides. If there are existing guide, it will clear out. Now the file that we have is clearly separated or divided into 3 equal parts. Perfect. Now let me pull in this image and place it over here. So the dimension exactly matches this. Hit on enter. Now to split this art into 3 parts is very simple. We do not need to pick up the crop tool, but what we need to pick up is this marquee selection tool. So click on this, right click and select marquee selection tool, and then drag and place it over here. It will snap into the guides. If it does not snap into the guides, you can go to View and then click on Snap and check this guides. So once the snapping is there, select this layer and press Ctrl J. I'm not going to show you what it did, but yeah, let us follow the same process. Select the layer again. Select this, make a selection, and then again press Ctrl J. Next again, select the layer, make a selection and press Ctrl J. So what it did is, if you can see the layers over here, it split the images or the selection that we made into a separate layer. So making a selection and then pressing a Ctrl J, it actually duplicates the selection into a new layer. So if I turn this off, you do not see anything missing, but if I turn these 2 off, you'll see that this is layer 3, and the third part of the extreme right is there. This is layer 2 and this is layer 1. Now if you want to export it, we'll Ctrl A, select all this layer. Ctrl A will make a selection of the whole canvas. Select the move tool over here and then click on this center icon and this alignment option. Next, press Ctrl D. Now control and click on any of the layer. It will make a selection of this particular canvas size that is at the center, which holds all the 3 layers are organized into, one beneath the other. So we'll make a selection around this. Again, to repeat the selection, select any of the layer, hold Ctrl on your keyboard and left click on this thumbnail. Next, go to image and then click on trim. See the selection and click on OK. So it will trim away all the excess or pixels that were hidden. In this case, it trimmed away this. Now you can name this as well. This is the right. So now you can save it as a new JPG file. Save a copy. And then we can save it as the third file, maybe. Right. Turn this off. It reveals the second part or the center part. Save a copy as a JPG. And we'll name this center. And finally, we'll turn off this and this will reveal the extreme left one. Save a copy. JPG, sorry. Left. So this is the manual way of splitting the canvas into 3 different canvas art: center, left and right. Now let us see how we can automate this. So I'll delete these 3 and I took the artwork and created multiple variations. So we have 5 variations and we'll try to create a workflow automation where we'll use a 1 button click and this will divide all this 5 artwork into its 3 panel split canvas, or maybe triptych art, maybe I call it in other terms. So to do that, let us go back to Photoshop and then I'll delete this and go on Photoshop, create file, and we'll create a new file. So in this case, the dimension, let us keep it as a single panel size. So I'll keep it as 24 inches. Height, let it be as 36 inches. It will be in a portrait orientation. The resolution, let it be as 150. And then I'll click on create. Let this be background. We can turn this off if you may like. And then this is the pretty part. Click on this rectangle icon and now click at the center, or you may also click at the pixels over here. So I'll click on at the center and then it talks about width and height. So now we'll put the dimension of the combined canvas, which is 72 inches and 36 inches. Okay, for 72 pixels, you can see the width over here is 36 pixels and the height is 54 pixels. So let the height be as 5400 pixels. Okay, you can look at the dimension over here. Okay, so the width will be 3600 multiplied by 3. This will give us 10,800. So 10,800 pixels. Okay, and we'll click on, and we can click from center and click on OK. This will create a big rectangle, and it gives us a property. We can change the color to maybe yellow, or let us try blue, my favorite one. Now you see a rectangle one here. Right click on it and let me show you how this will. Right click on it and click on convert to smart object. Once the smart object is there, next select the move tool. You can press B is the shortcut. Then again press Ctrl A and then we'll align it at the center. And then we will create 3 templates, or kind of 3 panels, each depicting one part of the panel. So if you look, you can see the bounding box of our artwork. If I click here, you'll see the bounding box of the artwork, and this part is the center part. I want you to keep selecting Ctrl A and then select this one. Now if you look, the bounding box, the panel has shifted to the left. This is what we want. Now I'll click on save and save it as a template. So I'll save new folder and I'll name it templates, create, and I'll name this left. Next, again, I'll select Control A, move this to the center so that now if you could look at the bounding box, the center of the artwork lies here. Now I'll go ahead and save a copy as a Photoshop file and name this center. Okay, saved. Then again, I'll move this to the right. And now if you look, the right part of the artwork or the canvas is in the visibility. So next I'll go again to file, save a copy and name this right and click on save. Now I'll press Ctrl D to deselect and then I'll close this file, do not save. So if you look, this is the templates that I created and we have 3 templates, center, left and right. Perfect. Now what I want you to do is I will use the bulk mockup Photoshop plugin to make this. So I'll create a new folder and I'll name it export. It is fairly simple. So we'll jump to Photoshop, go to plugins and create bulk mockup and click on bulk mockup. This is the plugin that pops out. Fairly simple to process. So I'll select the first one. If you go to the main tab, first one it asks is a PSD template folder. I'll click on the browse and we created this template. So select the templates folder and hit on open. Next it asks for design file folder. So we had multiple variations of our artwork, 5 of them. So I'll select this one. Next we have export folder. So again, I'll select the export over here. Now it talks about resize method. So we want the resizing such that the whole canvas fills up. Okay. So we'll select fit to canvas or fill canvas stretch. Okay. Do not worry about stretching over here because the way we have designed the template, there will be no stretching. It will properly fit. But again, just to be on the safer side, we'll select fill canvas stretch. Next, we'll navigate to the settings over here and then we'll go to the first tab, design layer. Let it be as it is. Do not touch anything. No, you may be triggered to select any of this orientation, but we already took care of it when we were creating the templates. Next, we'll go to PSD template. Let it be as it is. Do not resize. Then let us jump to the export folder. The export folder has multiple tabs. The folder tabs, it gives us an structure how we want the exported files to be. So we want our designs. We want to create subfolders for each of our design so that the 3 panels are separated and saved in an organized way. So in that case, we'll select design file over here. Files, we'll not select PNG, we'll select JPG. Okay, and then for the saving option, we'll select JPG. We'll click on embed color profile and the quality will select as 12. Naming, if you want a naming pattern or a naming convention to follow, you can select that. These are different parameters which you can mix and match and change the structure as well. The current structure is artwork file name and then the PSD mockup name. So artwork file name and then left, center or right. That is what we'll get. Okay, you can see the artwork name is 1 center, 2 center, and if you can add spaces as well. Artwork name and then is it the center, left or right, something like that. That's all. Then we have preferences, which is not required now. We'll click on main. And before I click on start generating, let me show you how fast it is. So now I'll resize both of the windows so that we can take a look at both of them side by side. So on the left side, there will be Photoshop and on the right side, it will be, and let me hide my face and then I'll click on start generating. So it will open up the template, put up the artwork, split the artwork, and we'll just see our first artwork. So it created the first folder. Now it is doing that for the second artwork. We'll just wait and watch. So likewise, it will create subfolders for all our design. And right now it's only processing the center one. So if I open this, this is the center part. Let this work through. And whenever bulk mockup runs, I have this itch of going out of my place because it's so flawless that I do not need to keep an eye on the process. It does everything automatically. If you want to learn more about bulk mockup, just go visit bulkmockup.com. And if you want any other workflows to be automated, or if you have any ideas, you can reach out to me on a support email and I'll create certain video tutorials specifically for you. So now it did create subfolders for all the 5 artworks variation that we had. Now it's working on the left one. So if I open the first one, so we have left, center, and then in a while we'll have the right one. One artwork split into multiple canvas. So that is how easy it is to automate. So bulk mockup has done its processing. We have all the artwork split into 3 left, right, and center. Though this is not organized in a sequence, but yeah, you can get an idea. This is right, this is left, and this is center. So that is how bulk mockup works. I hope you like this video. So there's another tutorial that you'd may be interested in watching, where you take one artwork and convert it into multiple aspect ratios. Go check that out over here.